The day is here.
Yes.
The voting has begun. Tell me how you're feeling at this moment.
I am quietly confident. I have been the whole time. The thing about elections, we get all the fervor, but I'm satisfied that the record of the last 2 years is going to stand me in good stead. The record not only in relation to reforms that we had internally, which were absolutely necessary when we were going through our processes, but also in terms of how we managed to face the public and conduct ourselves in the last 2 years, even though we did not have two human resources in terms of persons in Parliament. So we had work to do, and we got down to it. We didn't lick our wounds for too long. And then, of course, when people come here to vote, even if they haven't been here for the last 2 years, they will see significant changes to our home, things that were done in our off season, in the time when we had no money. I'm satisfied that the record of the last 2 years is going to stand me in good stead.
Okay. Now, the voter turnout seems pretty good on the first day.
Yes.
Are you happy with how the numbers are?
Absolutely. In all fairness, in all seriousness, for the last 2 years, and it really was surprising at first, we were still seeing membership applications. This last year, there has been a significant drive in terms of membership, and that paid off. The other thing we noticed is that members started being active again this year and coming back out to events and participating and being part of policy initiatives and things of that nature. The first indication that we had that we were having an improvement was the Arabar Memorial Lecture, which was where we laid down our policy direction that we wish to go in, and that was very well received by those who were there. And I think because we have so little but doing so much, that there's an appreciation of that, and I do believe that will carry us over regardless, because prudence matters. It is not just about saying it, but if we can demonstrate it in the way that we have done, with the little that we have to do, as much as we have done, then I think that the membership of the party appreciate that, and that is reflected today in the significant turnout in our number one of our elections.
Now, my final question, I mean, if we may prosecute the case a bit further, your detractors are saying that there has been inertia in the last 2 years. I mean, what do you, and as we see the old guard now coming back, trying to take back.
They probably should have called themselves something else, because that doesn't speak to anything dynamic. That's just a critique out there. But all of them, every last one of them, they are lifetime members of General Council and had every opportunity to be a part of the transformation process of the Democratic Labour Party in the last 2 years. They did not avail themselves of that opportunity, and I think they're going to have an uphill battle now explaining themselves first off. I'm not even speaking about explaining their stewardship. I'm thinking now of explaining their absence. So once they get over that hurdle, then they have to tell people what it is they want to do next. And that's something that has been a void in their story so far. They just want to come back, but they haven't said come back and do what. They haven't given any policy initiatives. They haven't given any direction. And that is where there's a contrast with how we have run our campaign. We said, look, this is what we have done, and this is what we intend to do going forward. So it is for us not a stagnant position. It is an ongoing process, and I am ready, willing, and able to continue the work that we've been doing for the last 2 years.
In 30 seconds, could you just tell me what should you win? What is mission critical for you as of Monday?
Mission critical, obviously, is St. George North. We have started our process in relation to St. George North. Our mathematical calculations suggest a very short, pithy campaign, so we are gearing up for that. We can't wait until after this weekend. We're going to wait until after this weekend to face the public on it, but we definitely are not waiting until after this weekend to deal with the election process itself. We're not caught unawares, because, as I said before, we were noticing movement in certain constituencies, not just this one. We had our information already as to who was walking St. George North and when, and we did have our expressions of interest in from before. What I will say is that had a significant uptick since the announcement of the by-election, we have had even more expressions of interest, and that really warms the heart, because it says that the Democratic Labour Party is still bubbling in the hearts and minds of people, and that we are gearing up to go forward and to represent the people of Barbados one more time. So mission critical coming out of this conference is St. George North and peddling and pushing our wares to the people of Barbados. We will be treating it as a prosecution of the entire government, not just a St. George North situation, and that's not unusual. That's what by-elections are. Yeah. That's a lot longer than 30 seconds, but hopefully you can fit it all in.
All right.